From European exotics to Chinese hypercars, here are the top cars you can't drive in America. The TVR Griffith. If you're the kind of guy that needs a minivan or SUV to haul around the little munchkins on Sunday to soccer practice, or should I say football, the TVR Griffith is definitely not for you. The Griffith is a British muscle car powered by a 5-liter Cosworth-enhanced dry-sump V8. It's a classic formula of a front-engine, rear-wheel drive car, and if you care more about the driving experience, you're going to love that it comes with a 6-speed manual. Only.
Wait, I have to do actual work like shift myself?
That's right, Ryan. No automatic, no DCT, but it's got a lightweight flywheel, a custom clutch, and the 5-liter V8 has a dry sump. That means you can take it to the track and generate some pretty high G-loads. The engine puts out 500 horsepower, and while that is not too bad, reportedly it only weighs 2,756 pounds. That's lighter than any Porsche you can buy today, and it's actually about the same weight as the Toyota 86. 0 to 60 takes less than 4 seconds, and it has a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. But what's all that performance without a little English style and class? Well, you're not going to get a super high-end luxury car experience inside. You can expect a healthy dose of leather, Alcantara, and a very bespoke look and feel. Unlike mainstream car manufacturers, TVR is always focused exclusively on sports cars with a quirky but pretty aggressive design and high performance. The Tasman during the 80s had a classic wedge shape, and that morphed into the Tuscan in the early 2000s. The Tuscan and also the TVR Cigaris from the same era are stunning examples of British style and panache. Now, TVR collapsed in the 2010s, but the Griffith is back on track for a 2020 production, and I, for one, can't wait. What's the worst part about this car? It's not legal in the USA. Number 2. The 2019 Ford Focus ST. If you like your hatchback with a little bit of sriracha, you're going to love the next car. But you might also be a bit disappointed because Ford won't sell it to you outside of Europe. Yes, I'm talking about the 2019 Ford Focus ST. You see, Ford recently decided to kill off its entire car line in North America, aside from the Mustang. However, if you're on the other side of the Atlantic, you'll be able to sample a bit of the forbidden fruit. And honestly, I think the ST looks pretty tasty. The reviews of the 4th generation car are excellent. It keeps the classic front-wheel drive layout, and in ST trim it comes with a 2.4-liter EcoBoost engine making 276 horsepower and 310 pounds-feet of torque. That's a healthy 24 horsepower bump over the current generation. Just like the TVR Griffith, if you like to shift yourself, you're in luck because the 6-speed manual is the default option. However, a 7-speed automatic is also an option if you're a lazy millennial.
Hey, I'm not a lazy millennial.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just a little upset because I think the new Ford Focus looks fantastic. It's more athletic and more aggressive than the current generation, and I think it looks really modern, and the interior has been really nicely updated too. Personally, I'd consider this over the VW Golf or the Subaru WRX just based on looks alone. It comes with electronic dampers and limited slip. And if you want that fast and furious life, the anti-lag system is one of the first on a production car. Go ahead, race your buddies with their clapped-out Honda Civics. It also has a dedicated track mode in Sport and a heads-up display and apparently something called Evasive Steering Assist. However, you're not entirely out of luck if you live in North America because Ford is bringing the 2.3-liter turbocharged engine from the current Ford Focus and dropping it into the Ford Mustang EcoBoost high-performance model. It's going to make 350 pounds-feet of torque and 350 horsepower. So if you want a bit of focus in your life, this is the only way you're going to get it from Ford. If you're enjoying this video, please go ahead and subscribe. That would be awesome. Number 3. The Devel 16. I just took delivery of the Devel 16 and I'm here to tell you it is 100% real.
Oi, that car is faker than my British accent.
Dude, I saw the car in Toronto and let me tell you, it is so not fake. The Devel 16 allegedly has 5,000 horsepower, and it also comes in a lower, more moderate 3,000 horsepower and a 2,000 horsepower street version. It is allegedly being built in Dubai or maybe Texas. No one really knows. However, you won't be able to drive this car in North America anytime soon because it seems like there's a little production problem with it.
The actual car which you can be tested, the 5000, and can be driven and seeing, it's going to be next year.
Although they were supposed to deliver the first car in February of 2019,
Hopefully in February.
so far, no one, aside from a couple of social media celebrities,
We are taking delivery of my friend's Devel 16.
I'm getting one of the most unique cars in the world delivered right here.
and me, I am taking delivery of this car because I am standing right next to it, has actually taken delivery of the car. A while back, we did see Supercar Blondie driving it in the desert, craning her neck to see over the steering wheel, which was cocked at 45 degrees, and I'm not exactly convinced that this is a prototype like they've been trying to pitch it. Look, I saw it in person, I saw it in Toronto, and it is nothing more than a fiberglass mock-up with a delightful velour interior. I mean, this is really just a show car. However, if they do manage to actually produce one, I'm going to be the first company offering aftermarket support for the Devel 16, and you'll be able to buy the Devel cooling trailer for only $300,000. Now that is a deal because it's less than a quarter of the price of the car. We've also learned that Drake has one on order, and so to commemorate his purchase, and due to high public demand, I'm going to release my cover of I'm Upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I can't buy the Devel 16. I'm upset. If you thought it can't get any better than the Devel 16, well, let me tell you, I can top that. For the next car, we're heading straight to the motherland. That's right, Mother Russia. This Kermit-colored stunner is the UAZ Patriot SUV in the Lifestyle Edition. That's right, this is a limited run special series and only 300 will be made. Now I know, you thought the regular edition was already high-end, but the Lifestyle Edition comes with climate control, an audio system with 4, yes, count them, 4 speakers, rear window glass, heated front seats, and parking sensors. I can feel the luxury now. I'm not sure if this guy comes standard with the running boards to help you get across puddles, but I like his coat. If you're a bit more reserved and the Kermit edition is perhaps a little too opulent for your taste, perhaps the base Patriot is more your speed. Let's configure one on the website. I'm a man of simple taste, so let's start with the brown one because I'm sure that'll hide the rust best. The base engine has 134.6 horsepower. I admire the Russian precision of the engine horsepower rating because when I'm off-road, that extra 0.6 horsepower is going to be really helpful getting me out of that ditch. The car comes in at 2,650 kilos, or about 4,675 pounds, and with that 134.6 horsepower, that gives it a power-to-weight ratio of about 34.6. Now, just for reference, a 2019 Toyota Prius comes with about 25 pounds per horsepower. So yeah, if you're gonna drag race, you better watch out for that sleeper Prius in the next lane. Oh, and by the way, if you want air conditioning, stereo, or a passenger airbag, you'll need to upgrade to the Kermit edition. I mean the Lifestyle edition. I know, you're all super jealous that Putin won't sell you one in North America. However, the price is actually something else. The base model starts at 688,000 rubles, or $10,800 US. Now, I really do love the green, so I'm going to splurge a little bit to get that green feeling. Now, it is 840,000 rubles, or about 13,150 US dollars. Now, don't worry, if that's too expensive, Russia has got a state discount program, so you can get the car subsidized by the federal government. Don't you wish you could get a new car for $13,000? Well, actually you can. It's called the Nissan Versa. Perhaps fortunately or unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, the Patriot is currently banned in North America, so you can't get it. Number 5. The Lexus LM. Man, you are slick. You just closed your first $1 million business deal, and you need a place to wait while you're taking delivery of your next supercar. What better place to do it than in the back of the Lexus LM? Yes, the Lexus LM is a car that's aimed squarely at those people with a little more disposable income and need to flex that sense of style. The LM was introduced at the Shanghai Motor Show, and it's based on the Toyota Alphard, another minivan that has incredibly weird styling. The grille is so large you could probably fit another Lexus inside it. Also, not available in the USA. If you're thinking minivan plus Toyota in North America, you're thinking of the Sienna, which kind of looks like a Camry and a Prius had a love child or something. While the LM might have the wild kind of style that's aimed mainly at the new Chinese money market, on the inside it's a whole different story. You can get a 7-seater setup, but for my YouTube ad money, I'm gonna go with the 4-seater chauffeured limo setup with this massive reclining lounge chairs. And after you're done closing your big real estate deal, you can relax to a 26-inch LCD panel and a 19-speaker sound system that plays soothing classical music performed by white people. You can order it with a 3.5-liter V6 or a hybrid electric system, but who really cares about power when you're the CEO of a startup and you need to impress your date? Most of the technical specs of the LM are a bit of a mystery right now, and I'm still wondering how the swing arm valve dampers create that silky smooth ride. No worry though, the LM has a place in my heart as the most luxurious minivan that you can't buy in North America. Number 6. The Arcfox GT. We're staying in China for the next vehicle, and we've got the Arcfox GT, one of the first supercars from this superpower. The GT debuted at the Geneva Auto Show this year, and it's from the Chinese auto group BAIC. This version is the Arcfox GT Race Edition, which has 1,600 horsepower and 973 pounds-feet of torque. How does it make so much power? Well, this puppy is a full-on electric supercar. BAIC claims it will be able to do 0 to 60 in 2.59 seconds and has a range of 600 miles. Styling-wise, it's got a lot of angles up front in the nose, and to me at least, it looks a little bit busy. There's all these lines pointing towards the nose, and it definitely looks sort of like a mid-engine vehicle with a little bit of an Aston Martin in the bumper and perhaps a little bit of McLaren to it. Really just a lot going on from a styling perspective, and all these angular lines converging in odd places with this massive wing towering over the rear of the car just kind of screams, I'm super busy right now, can you hold that meeting? Now, the entire dashboard is made out of carbon fiber, and you can see it has a race steering wheel too. And there's actually 2 editions of this car. There's a street version which makes only 1,000 horsepower, and both vehicles are all-wheel drive. So if the numbers are accurate, the race version will actually make more power than the Bugatti Chiron. BAIC hasn't revealed too much in the way of specifications, although so far they're going to build their car apparently at the Research and Development Center in Barcelona, Spain. Now there's no word on pricing just yet, but if you got a cool million sitting around, you might be able to get the GT in North America sometime in the 2021 model year, but as of right now, you can't buy one. So guys, what do you think? Should I put a deposit down on the GT, or should I take delivery of the Devel 16? Again, let me know in the comments. Number 7. The Renault Alpine A110. The original Alpine A110 is a French car produced by Alpine from 1961 to 1977. It's got a really unique design with these 4 headlights up front and ranged in a pretty unusual configuration. It's low, it's sleek, and I think it has a really French, kind of seductive design. The new A110 revives and really modernizes this classic design. If you like the Porsche Cayman, but you want something that's mid-engine and French, the Alpine is her more quirky sister. Renault revived the Alpine brand from a 23-year slumber, and the A110 went on sale in Europe in late 2018. It immediately got rave reviews from the press. In its current configuration, it's a mid-engine 2-seater, and it's a little smaller than the already fairly small Porsche Cayman. However, it has one huge advantage over the Cayman, and that is its weight. The Cayman comes in at about 3,000 pounds. The Alpine is a featherweight in comparison at just 2,450. It's actually much closer to a Lotus Elise in terms of weight. It starts at about 48,000 pounds in the UK. And it's also a bit less powerful than the Porsche, with 249 horsepower and 236 pounds-feet of torque on tap from a 1.8-liter turbocharged 4. Low power doesn't mean slow, however, and it's got an excellent power-to-weight ratio. Powers it from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds, and it sprints through the quarter mile at 12.7 seconds, according to Car and Driver. Personally, I love the way the A110 looks, especially in this blue. The reviews are really strong, and apparently while the engine doesn't sound particularly melodious, it's certainly quick. The only gearbox available is a 7-speed dual clutch that shifts pretty quickly, and apparently it's not as responsive as the Porsche gearbox. If you want a manual, sadly, you're out of luck. Handling has been described as excellent on narrow, twisting roads, and Car and Driver says it's more raw and actually more involving than the 718 Cayman. It's very French, and I think it's a good and fitting modern tribute to the original rear-engine car, which was designed by Jean Redelet. Sorry if I mangled that. I love seeing a car that extends the heritage and design of the original into the modern era. I know there's a few Supra fans who want it a little bit more of that. Everything about this car makes me want to have it, and there's only one problem. I can't get it in the USA. There's one thing that really makes this channel possible, and that is the support of my Patreons who are on screen right now. I've got more videos every week right here, so pick one and click. My name is Eric. I'll see you in the next video.